Welcome once again to Grace Notes. This is a time where we ask someone with something to say about their experience of how something about the Bible has touched their heart and something that they've been able to lean upon. Speaking about leaning upon, I'd like to introduce to you Agnes Margretta Simpson, better known to the world as Midge.
Or Mom.
Or Mom, a lady of grace and patience. And I'm glad that she has something to share with us today. Thank you, Midge.
You're welcome. I have many favorite Bible verses, but one of the most favorite is from Proverbs 3, 4, and 5. Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge him, and he will direct your path. Now, I'm very good at leaning on my own understanding. I've done that for many, many years. But I had an occasion when I was first divorced after 21 years of marriage. I had never lived on my own before because I had gone from family into marriage. And here I was about to set out on a new life all by myself. I had decided to go to Florida for many reasons. One, because we had spent many vacation times in Florida as a family and enjoyed it. And the other one, because I wanted to finish my master's degree. And I thought Stetson University in DeLand, Florida would be a good place to do that. And I had submitted my material to them and already been accepted. All I had to do was agree to go there. And I was hoping that my daughter, who had just graduated from high school, would be joining me there at Stetson. I thought it would be great if the two of us could go there together, but she had other plans. So we acknowledged her other plans, and she ended up going to Rollins. I felt I was pretty well equipped to start out on my own. I had arranged to have my furniture shipped to Florida, and I told them that I would give them an address as soon as I had one. They told me it would take 2 days for them to get my furniture to me, so that was no problem. So when I arrived at Florida, I had a nice check for $10,000 that I thought I would deposit in the bank and have lots of money to get a hotel and look around and find just the right place to live and all of that good stuff. So I thought I was starting out in the right way. I went to the bank after I had delivered my daughter to her college at Rollins in Winter Park, Florida. And she had told me she didn't want to hear from me for at least a month because she wanted to be able to get settled on her own. So I let her go with that, and I came back and stopped at the bank with my check. And they told me there that I would not be able to cash that check for 10 days because it was a large amount of money. They had to hold it for 10 days. Well, that threw a distinct monkey wrench into my plans because I looked in my purse and found out that I had about $32 and some change, and I had to live on that for 10 days. I said, I think I need a cup of tea. So there was a place called, I can't use the word anymore, but it was called Sambo's Restaurant. And I went there and had myself a cup of tea and thought about the situation and said, well, I need to find a place to live. So I asked around if they knew any place that was a nice apartment place, and they told me there was one close by In fact, it was within 5 minutes of where I was. And so after having my cup of tea, and I don't know what else I had, I was trying to conserve my money, went to the apartment complex and explained my situation to them and said I was looking for an apartment to rent for long term, that I planned to go to school at Stetson and finish my degree. And they agreed to let me bring them the money for the down payment as soon as I got my check cashed. So they had several apartments open and they let me choose one. And I chose a 2-bedroom apartment on the 2nd floor overlooking the pool. And it was lovely. And I felt, oh, this is going to be great. I then called the furniture delivery company to tell them where I was located. And they said, we have some bad news for you. Our truck broke down on the way, and we won't be able to bring the furniture to you till tomorrow. And so here I am in an empty apartment and didn't know what to do. So I sat down in the midst of the big living room floor and prayed and said, God, you got to help me out of this. I don't know how I got myself here. I know I'm in big trouble. So please, please help me. And after I had said that prayer, I remembered the verse, trust in the Lord with all your heart, etc. And so I was at peace, and I said, it's going to work out. So I had brought a sleeping bag because I didn't know that how long I was going to be before they got my bed set up. So I slept that night in the sleeping bag, and about 3 o'clock in the morning, I got a phone call, and they said, we're going to bring your furniture right now. Our truck got repaired quicker than we thought, and we should be there in about a half hour. And so they came about 3:30, and it took them to about 6:30 to set up my furniture. The biggest thing was they set up my bed, and I was so relieved to have a bed to sleep in. Not only that, but I had boxes with dishes and all the other things that you need. And I thought, thank you, God, you're already helping me. And I was able to call my children in the morning and ask them if they had any money they could donate to a poor mother who only had $32, so that I wouldn't have to call my ex-husband and tell him that I needed money. I wanted him to think that I was well equipped to take care of myself. So they sent me whatever they had. I think it was close to $100 that they came up with. And I was able to exist for the 10 days that I had to wait for my check to be cashed. And I got accepted at Rollins, worked out my schedule. Everything was great, and I was well on my way to getting started in my degree program. And I thank God for that. I know I couldn't have done it on my own. I had many other hurdles to get through before life was running smoothly, but at least I know that God is there whenever you need him. Trust not on your own understanding.
Amen.